Bachelor Party. I'm Juliet Litman. I'm here with Callie Crerie. It's Bachelor Party After Dark. We're recording this late on a Monday. Who knows what's going to happen? We're here to talk about the Traitors. Tell me lies. I was like, are we talking about Traitors? But yeah, we got some catch up to do. I love catching up on the Discourse. So Traitors Discourse and then Tell Me Lies episode 5, which is a fucking doozy.
Doozy. Oh man, I don't know. I was trying to think of another adjective other than doozy. It's dark.
It was pretty upsetting.
It is darker than it is outside. Also, I just need to give people a little bit more context. Juliet and I have experienced some weather issues and have been locked inside houses and or cars for way too long with children.
Oh my God. Today was like my first. Today was, how old's Carter? She's 7.
7.
Okay, so Carter was alive for COVID. I knew that. It's just double checking. Today was my second day home with my 10-month-old. Daycare was closed because of the digging out from the storm, which I'm always like, whatever, the subway's running. I went out for a walk this morning. It was like hard to cross the streets. There was so much snow. And I was just like, how did people do this? How did you try to keep your job and be home with your young child? I salute you, Callie, and all of the parents of the world who had to parent through COVID. I do not understand. And I think that if you need therapy, the government should pay for it because it was like so deep.
Also, it was like a solid 365. Like people finally started being like, oh, this is just going to have to be the new normal. Like we got to get back to like life. But it was like a solid 12 months of like the most inconsistent childcare you can imagine.
Oh my God.
And no schooling, it was insane.
It's like easy to lose yourself in like a parenting spiral and like a baby spiral in a normal world. And like I have every opportunity to interact with like other adults living in New York City. So I just like don't understand when you're like supposed to be isolating how anyone did it. So I feel like I went through my first true trial today of parenting.
Yeah. I also Seth went to the bubble during this time.
Oh yeah.
And I think at that point it had already been like 3 months and I was like, no fucking way am I staying here by myself. Like I have to go somewhere else. So
did you go to the bubble? Oh no. Oh, it's your mom's.
Went to my mom's house and I had friends that also quarantined at my mom's house. Like we were all there for like 3 months while he was in the bubble. That's awesome. Yeah, I was the only one with the kid. So it was great. Like everyone helped with my one child.
And also she went to sleep and you all just hung out.
Well, yeah, I know. There was an enormous, like I look back at videos and I was like, Jesus, we were drinking like 5-6 nights a week. It was kind of, and like up till 2 a.m. It was crazy.
Yeah, that is a lot. But that sounds like deal. Like I was just thinking, yeah, like I understand why people like did the pods and everything. Everything I just have new perspective on. Anyway, that's after one day, after one snowstorm, which will be gone. Although it's so cold, I just am full of complaints. That's where I'm at right now, full of complaints.
Yeah, I'm tired of the cold weather, which we're driving back into it tomorrow. So yay!
Good luck.
Can't wait.
All right. Let's do a little Traitors catch up. There's a lot every weekend. It's great. It's a great cycle. I feel like NBC figured it out. Release on Thursday, conversation over the weekend, podcasts come out, reset, new episode. It's great. And there's a lot of hype going into this week because Alan has said the banquet is carnage. I can't wait.
He said it's the best episode ever.
What do you think happens? Like what could happen that's the best episode ever?
In the preview, it looks like someone gets hit. But I'm just like, would he say it's the best episode ever for someone to be hit? I don't think so.
Do you think he was referring to Colton's outfit? Have you seen it?
Have I seen it? Am I alive?
It's like
people are roasting Colton. Roasting to the point that NBC came out with a statement being like, hey guys, it's getting to be too much. We want people to have fun. Like, you guys are going too far. Which, like, listen, this podcast has not been nice to Colton. Juliet for sure has not been nice to Colton.
I just want to say I have not been nice to Colton since I encountered Colton. It's several years of not being nice to Colton. I own it. I'm not fake. I'm just that I can only be me, and I don't like him. So and then he stalked Cassie. And there was a restraining order against him. So yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Listen,
We've not been kind.
we haven't been kind to Colton. I didn't dislike him before this. I was kind of like, meh, like whatever. This has definitely made me not like him.
Yeah, his personality is
I don't
not
know what to
appealing.
say. I don't want him to like I don't want him like, go live your life, do you? But like,
Sure.
I don't know, if you go on a show, people are going to probably talk about your behavior.
Yeah, especially when the whole thing is about behavior, like how you treat people, how you accuse them of
Well,
being a faithful or a traitor or whatever.
also, like, he made a choice. He made a choice
Yeah,
to come on the show and be aggressive. So, like, I think you had to have understood that, like, there was gonna be, like, some response to your behavior. And to be fair to everyone, a lot of people have barely seen you since you stalked Cassie.
it's true. Isn't it crazy he's a father? Like,
Um,
it's just wild.
well, I don't know. I assume in his normal life he's normal. That's what I mean,
Mm, that's an interesting
that's
assumption. Well,
I'm
like, there's
just
no
like,
evidence for
hopefully.
that, but that's very nice. That's very
Hopefully. I
generous.
don't know. They seem super happy. So I'm just like, I think he's,
Yeah,
like,
he does seem happy.
overdoing it on TV. Like, I think he's, like, trying to
Well,
overcompensate.
yeah.
He was, like, obviously a different version of himself last time he was on TV, so he, like, really wants to prove he's confident in his new skin, and it seems like it's just, like, you're trying too hard. Like, just take a deep breath.
I think also this just happened so quickly now. The Traitors now has the reputation of like being a reputation changer, like an image maker.
In a good
People
way.
liked yes, in a good way. So I think that Colton thought that he was like gonna come on. This is why I drafted him, make a lot of waves, and people were gonna like him now. And he's incorrect. The thing is though, I think that Colton is objectively easy to dislike based on his behavior. I do think he's also getting an edit where they're like reinforcing that or
Yeah,
confirming
yeah,
it, depending on how
yeah.
you think about it. Cause he does, we have seen very little of his friendships and it does seem like he has some. I don't know that he has a ton, but like we're not seeing a lot of the friendships. And that's been another big talking point this week. Ron has been doing press and he went on Mina Kimes podcast. Shout out to Mina, former podcast and friend. And like talked about how he and Rob were like close from day one. Like we thought based on the edit, they got close like around episode 4. But no, Rob is just friends with everyone because he's a good person and like a good guy who everyone likes. And that included Ron. And
Which, by the
I
way,
just
what
think
he said about Rob was so sweet.
I know.
He
I
was like,
know.
like if anything was worth it to me, it was like being able to get to know Rob in that castle. I was like, oh my
Rob?
gosh. But he was like, he is
Rob the
such a good guy.
is Rob Jesus among us? Like I have to ask. Everyone
I don't
likes
know.
him.
Remember how we were trying to find an equal? I got like a bunch of DMs of people like throwing out names, and the only name I
Mhm.
got like multiple times was Gabby Windy. And I
I
was
got
like,
that as well.
it's not the
No,
same.
absolutely not the same. Gabby's also I don't know if this is like she's willing to be, but Gabby will be divisive and like will have like a political opinion. I bet Rob has like no divisive opinions because he's just like not interested in having them.
No, I mean, he's like catching snakes.
I, yeah, I need to
The
look at his
fact that
social media right now.
The fact that they asked, first of all, we've heard nothing from Rob. Like he's done zero press, which again is so
I think he
interesting. Like
refuses to do it
he does not care about being famous at all.
at all. He has 1.6 million followers on Instagram right now. I'm gonna see how many Gabby has. I'm also curious to see if Gabby's made any political statements recently. I'm not surprised to see that Rob has not. Gabby is
Has Rob
1.5.
said anything?
Not that I can see, but neither has Gabby. I would say though, Gabby's life is inherently more political by being a married
Oh my
lesbian.
gosh. By the way,
So
I'm sure Gabby has said stuff. Like every
yeah,
single time she posts anything, there's like something in it. But I also thought it was interesting. Like they asked, like, "Are you and Rob going to do anything?" And he was like, "Yeah, we're going to go play putt putt." Isn't that what he said?
hmm
And it's just like Rob's not like, "Hey, let's go get a photo op because
let's go to
everyone loves
LA,
our
buddy.
friendship."
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, "Why don't you meet me in Mississippi and let's go putt putt golfing?" Like what?
mini golf is really fun.
Oh, no, it is, but I'm just saying, like, he's just like, "Yeah, this would be so fun for us." It's not like, "Hey, let's go, like, let people know." You know what I mean? Like,
Let's do
it's
putt-putt
just a
and call the paparazzi. Yeah, he's not doing
yeah,
that.
it's just a genuine, like, "Hey, we both would like this. This would be fun." And I just, like, when he said that, I was like, "Of course they're going to play putt-putt." Like, of
Of
course they're not
course, what
going to
else would they do?
they're not going to Craig's, you know?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, they're like they're not even getting close to Los Angeles at all.
It's wild that Rob does not care about
I
any of
know.
it.
I know. Callie, what's your reaction to Ron saying that we didn't even see a fraction of what Dorinda said to him?
Said yeah, well, not
Yeah.
even just to him, he also said, like, at the round table, they kept having to stop and tell her, like, "We're not gonna be able to include this because of what you're saying."
What did she say? That like
I don't know. And to who?
yeah,
Obviously to Ron, but who else? No one else seems to have a problem.
I know. It's really weird. Also, the other thing that's come out, we forgot to talk about this one a couple weeks ago. Dorinda, Rinna, and Caroline Stanbury apparently had like a huge fight. And that's why when Caroline left, she said something to Rinna about like, I can't believe you or whatever.
And then she was like, I'll see you at BravoCon." And Lisa Rinna was like, "No, you won't."
It's like
Like, okay. I remember thinking at the moment, I was like, "Whoa, that was really harsh
I know. I
for
know.
no
I
reason."
meant to bring it up, obviously, because I love Caroline, I thought. But
Yeah.
Olivia says that our producer that she thinks Dorinda called out Ron's napping when they weren't filming because like he wasn't like hanging out with people. But they're not really
Uh,
supposed to like talk. Kristen was talking about this too. There's a lot of rules about what you can and can't do off camera, similar to Love Island. So
well, I also think that Ron, I guess he had already publicly come out as autistic, but people didn't know who he was, or he wasn't
right,
as popular. The people that watched the show didn't also watch Ron. By the way, I'm one of those people. I'd seen him before, but like I wouldn't be able to place him.
I had heard of
Um,
him, but me neither. I
so
couldn't tell you what he was in.
yeah, so his followers, I guess, like knew that he had autism. Um, but post show, he was like, "Hey guys, I hear what you're saying, and you're correct. I am
Yeah.
autistic." Which I thought was great. But also, it does like explain like some of his like movements in the house and how like he can come
Yeah.
across antisocial sometimes. And so I'm wondering, I'm like, did the people in the house know that?
I think not, because I feel like it also kind of explains, like, the napping in a way, like, maybe he just needed, like, some time to
That's what I'm
recharge on his
saying.
own, yeah,
Exactly.
and maybe or if Dorinda did know, it makes it even worse, I don't know. The thing about
Yeah.
Housewives, when you start peeling back the layers, it's usually like, I don't think I actually support that." So
Listen, just like Lisa Rinna's like, if you ask for a housewife, I'm gonna give you a housewife when she wrote on Twitter about Colton stalking
Yeah.
Cassie. But then she went on and was like, "Me and Colton are good. Like, I was just trying to give him housewife." I'm
That's
like, "That's
the
not like."
most Lisa thing ever. It's the most Lisa fucking Rinna thing ever.
I'm like, if you and him are good, like bringing up the most traumatic moment in his life and probably one of his top 3 biggest mistakes, I would assume.
I
No,
know.
I probably wouldn't do that to someone I'm okay with.
I
And
know.
she was like, "I don't know. He said he wanted a housewife." He's
Oh
like,
god.
yeah, not that."
I wanted to talk about this something I saw on Reddit, which was about Natalie. Natalie has now all time on the Traitors the best voting record of like of anyone to go on the show. This is a very Survivor concept. Like people on Survivor always like, did you vote? They keep like
On the right
viewers
side
keep
of
track.
things.
Yeah, like did you vote with the person who got eliminated? And
Mhm.
60% of the time now, or I guess like 3 out of 5, Natalie has written down a traitor's name. It was she wrote down Donna and Lisa, and she's like the best that like anyone's ever done. It's a small sample size, but I just want to call it out because I'm just like really talking myself into Natalie as being one of the greatest Survivor players of all time.
Of all time, that's crazy, but she was really good. Um,
She's really good.
she did an interview. It was Tiffany, Jam Jam, her, I don't know who the 4th, but there was someone else from the show that was on there.
Kristen, maybe?
And maybe, and her and Tiffany, like, got into it over who's more popular from their show
Oh yeah, I saw
or who's,
that.
like, more successful from their show. Winning Survivor is bigger than winning America's Favorite House Guest on Big Brother. Like, it's not close. It's not in the same ballpark.
It's funny you say that.
And
I was reading something about this, and I was like, "What is AFH?" And now I know. America's Favorite House Guest.
Yeah, they just vote on who their favorite was. Yeah, it's not even close. And the fact that Tiffany thinks that she's in the same ballpark as Natalie is crazy. Also, for Tiffany to have this amount of confidence after, like, Natalie's still on the show. You're not.
It's true. Well, it makes me like Tiffany even more. She
I
really
love
believes
Tiffany,
in
but
it.
I was just like, this is embarrassing. Like, Natalie is so much more accomplished than her in the reality world.
It's definitely
and
true.
Natalie was like, well, I won $1 million and you won like 75,000. So
pride.
Yeah. And Natalie was like, also the audience really liked me. And Tiffany was like, I watched your show. I'm not sure. I was like, this is a great back and forth.
That's really funny.
And why I wish Tiffany would have lasted longer, but that's
I
fine.
know.
It is what it is.
We definitely were robbed of more Tiffany. I wish we had gotten it, but it's fine. Excellent stuff. Any other Traitors news you wanted to hit before we move on to Tell Me Lies?
I wanted to mention 2 things.
Okay.
One, we talked about how you and I are one of very few people that don't spray tan. And I have to say, neither do our fucking listeners, because I got like 3 suggestions. And after like 4 days, I had 0. And then I had someone DM me that was like, I've never sprayed tan, but I heard this works. I'm like, this is my first fucking response on how to get rid of this spray tan. And then I got like 2 other people with like actual suggestions. But I was like, wow, this is like the least responsive group, or I guess least response I've ever gotten from anything that we've ever asked on this show.
That's great.
And I went deep into my DMs where people also wanted to know the type of salmon I talked about. That was a really popular DM that I missed. Sorry.
Okay.
It's Acme salmon, Acme candied salmon at Whole Foods. 11 grams of protein. You can heat it up. You can eat it cold. It's amazing. It's so good. And
protein's
I love people asking about
now.
where I get long sweatpants.
What's the answer?
All of them are pretty expensive, to be honest, with everybody. I feel like for some reason, expensive brands make things really long. I don't know why.
I think that's true. I was thinking about this.
Yeah, why?
Because not with the long sweatpants, but I was thinking about your wardrobe specifically.
Oh.
And I was like, you never talk about shopping except when you travel and you're like, I really want to get this bag in Spain. Like, that's the only time we talk about shopping is with handbags. Yeah. And like, I know that's like of a big interest of yours, but I also know that like you have a lot of clothes, and I've never like seen you like repeat clothes, maybe like one gym outfit or whatever. And I'm just like, do you shop? Like, do you go to the store?
I'm a big online shopper, but I do shop a lot, for sure.
Got it. So you quietly shop a lot because you'd never talk about it.
It's a problem. Yeah.
Interesting.
No,
you sort of seem uncomfortable.
Well, no, just because I think it's so weird to talk about buying nice things in this climate.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. I know you. I feel like you don't even really want to talk about it with me. I was like, "Where are your shirt from?" And you like didn't tell me.
Well, it's embarrassing. Who spends that much money on a fucking shirt? I know I did, but it's still embarrassing. Like, people don't have food.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You're a great person, Callie. It's why we love you.
Whenever I come across TikToks of people talking about shopping, I love to watch them. But then I'm always just like, oof, that's rough. I don't know if I'd post that.
Yeah, I mean,
I do like to shop. I do like nice things.
I support you. That's great. I don't even know if I like to shop that much. I'm definitely at the point where I'm like, I don't know what to buy. Everything I have looks the same. I'm working through it, but I'm actually happy with my clothes too. So I'm like, I don't need anything new.
I do think that I'm in a weird stage of like not really knowing how to dress, But
yeah,
I still like to buy stuff.
Okay.
And I love comfortable clothes. That's like my favorite thing in the world to buy.
Yeah. I'm really into long sleeve shirts right now. Long sleeve tees. They just like that's like my comfort space at the moment.
One place that I do get cheap sweats from is, and I hate plugging fast fashion, but Pretty Little Thing has a tall section and you can get tall sweats and they're pretty long.
I've never heard of Pretty Little Thing, but cool.
Molly May was the creative director.
I'm so sorry.
Get with it.
I'm sorry. More has heard of it.
That's embarrassing for you.
It's true. Okay, here are my 2 reality TV notes that I wanted to share with you. They're Bravo related, so just give me a second. Are you watching Below Deck Med?
No.
It's sensational. I fucking love it. It's been my happy place the last few days. I've been catching up. I have a few more to go. It is the last show of its kind. How does this show get away with just having cameras everywhere, showing people changing multiple times per episode? So wasted, people get injured and they black out. It's like, it's a relic. This doesn't exist on TV anymore, and I absolutely love it.
That's a fair assessment. I do love Below Deck, so I might need to
it's so heavy out there. It's just everywhere you look, it's heavy and it's sad and it's terrible. God. If you just want to, if you have the privilege and like the ability to zone out and just be like, I'm watching Below Deck for X number of hours.
By the way,
great.
For everyone's mental health, if you have the privilege, I'm not saying clock out for 48 hours. I'm saying you can clock out for 5.
I think you can clock out for 6 Below Deck episodes. And honestly, you will smile. You will feel a little bit better. You will. You just will.
Okay, well, I don't have 6 hours in a row, but I will try to watch some Below Deck Med. And if I get into it, now I'm going to be up to like 4 a.m. multiple times in the next couple of nights. And next pod, I'm going to be like, I'm caught up. I've watched all of it.
You always lap me. Number 2. This is my toxic trait is that I love Southern Charm. And somehow here,
so good.
In season 11, I love Austin. I just love Austin Kroll. I cannot help it, but I do.
I mean, I've liked Austin. I still like Austin. But like, I don't like that he does things that like aren't great in his friendship with Craig. But for some reason, nobody cares. It's always Craig's fault. Always. And I'm like, Craig definitely fucked up, but like Austin also did stuff too.
I'm not going to check on Craig's social media. I know where he stands on things. Craig, my biggest problem with Craig as a TV character.
Austin too?
I don't know. Whitner and Molly were at some protests.
Yeah, Whitner is very liberal. He's been liberal since the very beginning. His mom is like diehard liberal.
Love Molly too.
Love Molly. We need more Molly. We need more Rodrigo. Rodrigo is fucking hilarious.
I love Rod. Everyone loves Rod. Like Rod's like,
I think except for Miss Pat, which like Miss Pat
Rod would crush on the Traitors. Rod would absolutely
honestly
crush.
That's a great one. He'd be great on the Traitors.
So good. Yeah, he really would. Everyone would like him.
I love Molly on the Traitors.
Faithful. Me too, both of them. Why don't we have Southern Charm on the Traitors? Like, what the fuck? But let's get Rod on. He's also like clearly just beloved by everybody. Like, yeah. They did a good job turning that cast over and like moving it in a different direction. Craig, Shep, and Austin are the holdovers. What I was going to say is Craig's speaking voice. I could never date someone who talked that way. I feel like women get made fun of for their voices all the time. I'm here to make fun of Craig.
He has a high concentration of vocal fry.
It seems like he's smoked a lot and never recovered.
At some point, yeah.
Like just like
completely
a pack
agree.
A day.
Like whenever I hear the voice of his audiobook, I couldn't do that.
Are you listening to Craig's audiobook?
No. Like I'll hear people like play clips of it all the time on like it's like a joke kind of on social media. And whenever I hear the clips, I'm like, I couldn't do it.
Me neither. Absolutely not. Okay, those were my 2 Bravo notes, but my last thing is I'm going to catch up on Salt Lake and then I'll be ready to discuss it with you.
Okay. I have watched some of Singles Inferno.
Oh,
because we got a 5-minute video from one of our listeners. It was like her looking into the camera, explaining Singles Inferno to us. And the joy and passion that she had in this video I was like, I'm missing out. I gotta watch Singles Inferno. Like, she is so into it, or was in the video. She was so excited for us to talk about it, like giddy. And she was like, no other podcast is covering this. And I've looked and I've searched. And when you guys even mentioned it, I like shot through the roof. I was so excited. She started
Oh
watching
my
Korean
God.
TV about a year and a half ago. Singles Inferno is the first Korean show ever to have 5 seasons on Netflix. So like that's how popular
Wow.
it is.
Okay.
I didn't realize this, but I guess Korean government has a budget for culture, and that includes film and TV. So they put a ton of money and funding behind their television shows, reality and scripted. Which I was like, that's so interesting. And she's like,
That
yeah, so it's
explains a lot
made.
about
Yeah,
K-pop and K-drama. Yeah.
exactly.
Korean TV, yeah.
So it's made very well, which it is. I hate the dubbing of it, but watching it with no sound is better. Or like watching
Okay.
it in Korean and just
When did you
reading is
do it?
better.
When did you have time to be like, I'm going to pay attention to subtitles now?
At night. It's the only time I have. So I'm only on like, I think I'm on
Okay.
episode 3.
I'm going to do it.
Um,
I promise. Well, and now that since I'm almost caught up on Below Deck, I've got an opening.
and there's just like, first of all, you need to watch this video that our friend sent us. I want to say her name was Barbara, but I'll double check that and put
Okay.
it in the notes. But you need to listen to it because it also gives like context that I was unaware of. Like there's all these cultural things. Like in Korea, it's very, very important to know the age of people
Mm.
because they talk to people differently based on age.
Oh,
So if
interesting. Like
you're
respecting your
older or
elders.
younger, yeah. But even if it's like I'm 23, you're 24, like if I'm 24, you have to talk to me a certain way. Otherwise, it's disrespectful. And on this show, you're
Interesting.
not allowed to tell each other how old you are. So like
Oh.
so like you'll see people like not knowing like how to address the other person and they're like very uncomfortable. And like when I was watching it before, I was just like, this is so fucking awkward. And now knowing this, I'm like, oh, they don't know how to address each other. And then when they talk to each other, you're allowed to tell someone your age if you go to paradise with them, like if you make it to paradise.
Oh.
So once they're in paradise and they're trying to like figure out each other's ages, if someone finds out they're younger than them and they're like, you're younger than me and you've been talking to me like this the entire time, like you're older. And it's called like speaking casually or formally. So if you're
Hmm.
younger or if you're talking to someone younger than you, you'll be like, do you want to go speak casually? And if you're talking to someone older, you'll be like, do you want to speak formally? So it's like this whole dynamic that really changes how you watch the show. But I'm so thankful that I'm
This is
calling her
awesome.
Barbara that Barbara sent us this video. I have no idea. Like I saw it was like 5 minutes and 30 seconds when I opened it. And I almost was like, I don't have 5 minutes and 30 seconds. And I'm so happy I stayed and I watched it. It was
That's awesome. All
insanely
right.
informative in 5.5 minutes. And it made me want to watch the show.
You just made me want to watch the show. I'm going to do it. I promise. I promise.
Yeah.
I
And then
need
they
the
have a
brain
group
power.
of people that are like live podcasting basically about what they're watching. And it's just very interesting, like how different things are there than they are here.
Cool. Okay, this is a great sell. This is the best sell I've
Yeah.
gotten. Thank you to Barbara who's sold Callie to sell me on it. Even
I
though
hope her
I
name's
was the one
Barbara,
that's like,
but
okay, well, next time we'll make up for it if it's not.
yeah.
Okay. After all of that, we said if you want lightness, watch reality TV. If you want darkness, watch Tell Me Lies. The ending of episode 5 was so brutal. Like so upsetting. Spoiler alert, I think if you're here, you've watched episode 5. Lucy is no longer interested in drug dealer Alex because he wants to face her while having sex because it doesn't always have to be like that. And so she can't get off on it. And so she fires up the voicemail that Steven left her, which she then played for her sister, ruining his relationship with his sister. It was that harsh, and masturbates to it. And it's like one of the darkest things I've ever seen on television.
Remember how we were saying we couldn't watch Lucy film the video?
Yeah.
I felt worse in this scene.
Oh. Did I feel worse? It was
I felt
certainly
worse.
like more shock. It was definitely more shocking. It was I found this so, so, so deeply sad, and it reminded me I can't remember if we talked about this. I saw a video of Megan Oppenheimer, the showrunner, talking about this season. She's like, "Everyone wanted Lucy to, like, be punished. Well, you're
Oh,
gonna get
yeah.
it this season." And I'm like, "Yep, here it is."
Is she being like, is this punishment? She's doing it to herself. It's so oh, it's hard. It was hard for me to first of all, let me just say this. I was running laps with my country of uh drug dealer Alex's flag. So happy that I was like, and he is
You
proving me right. He is
Yeah, I was saying,
not
"You're
that
proving
bad
me
of a
wrong."
guy. I was so happy. Then I watched that and I put my flag down because I was like, I wanted to be right, but goodness fucking gracious, this girl needs help.
I know. She needs to leave school. Also, she obviously
I
didn't
think
get
she
it.
knows
Yeah,
she
she
needs
does
to
know.
leave.
Yeah. The thing about Lucy is she's smart. Like, she's aware of everything that's, like, happening, but she's, like, no impulse control, basically.
I
And
also feel bad because I think she's trying to do the right things.
yes, she's trying to do the right things, but she has a warped sense of what's right, and the people around her aren't helping. And it's just also dark because it's college and, like, you're screwed up when you're that young.
And obviously, this isn't real life. So I feel more comfortable saying this that it's not real life. If it was real life, I wouldn't say this. I am frustrated with Pippa.
Mm. Because she won't speak up.
If I, I just, based on everything we've seen, like drug dealer Alex knows that people are coming after Lucy. And Pippa's pretty tapped in on what's happening. There's just no world where she doesn't think that anything's happening to Lucy. And she knows that she's already been
No.
called into the office, that they already wanted her. Like, and it's not that I would do it for Lucy if I'm Pippa. I would do it because right now you're leaving Katie out to fucking dry. And this kid
That's a good point.
is getting away with it and could fully get away with it and continue to keep doing it if you won't say something. And at this point, I'd be like, all right, well, Lucy's told all our friends and no one's treating her different out of our friend group. So, like, what am I worried about?
Right. It's true. I
Go
I didn't
tell
think
the
about all this.
truth.
I didn't think about the Katie piece of it. It's a really good point because it's like Katie thinks that Lucy's like hanging her out to dry, but it's like, no, actually, someone else is. I feel like Pippa is like, well, I'm Wrigley's caretaker, and that's like all I can take on. I can't take anything else on. So Lucy, stay away from me. But also, she
Well,
obviously just doesn't.
she's able to take on Diana.
That
She
too.
took that on totally fine.
She obviously doesn't really like Lucy. I feel like they're like the kind of, and like they don't, when they see each other at the
Yeah, but
wedding, they're
don't
obviously
do
not
it for
friends anymore.
Lucy.
I know, for Katie. You're absolutely right. I hadn't thought about that angle.
And for Chris. And like, not in a good way of Chris. Like, do it to make sure Chris gets held accountable. Do it so that women know about Chris. Do it so it doesn't happen so easily again.
I thought the Chris moment where he was like,
Ugh.
I hooked up with your friend Pippa and we're cool. I thought that was like very good writing. I'm impressed with the season. Like some of it is like so over the top and like the Lucy stuff is just like so gruesome. But then there are small moments where I'm like, that's like a good thing to depict on TV. A lot of guys
Think they've
don't
done nothing.
think, yeah, they don't know that. Like they don't think, they don't know, they don't understand, they don't get it. And like, I don't think that he's like a great guy who like made a mistake. I don't really know. And again, he's not a real character. But I was like, that's like a really accurate thing. That sort of I think has kind of been
I think
lost in
he's
the
a
conversation.
shitty guy who does shitty
Yeah.
things and has gotten away with it his entire life to the point where now he's convinced himself that all those women wanted it. And he
Right.
needs to be held accountable and get in trouble and hopefully not be able to do it so easily to other women. But Pippa is so wrapped up in herself, and I get it. Like, I can't tell you how to react to something like that happening to you. So, like, in real world, I would not be able to say this publicly. But, like, I can't say that I wouldn't be frustrated if I knew this happened and this guy was continuing to do it and you're not willing to say anything. But as we see time and time again in the real world, you say something, people don't believe you, and then you have this, like, scarlet letter.
Yeah, for the rest of your life.
Like, there's not really, like, a win for anyone that comes out, as we see with Katie.
It's interesting that that Pippa and Diana, like, don't talk about it. Like, even when Lucy goes to Diana about it, like, it's still not a conversation in their relationship. I guess, like, when you're, like, in early days, like, you just wanna, like, be in, like, the fun parts. That's probably why. But as the only other person who knows, it's surprising that it hasn't come up
Diana
again.
hasn't brought it up at all. Yeah.
Especially in the locker room at the pool when, like, Chris is right there. Like, how do you guys not talk about him then? But okay,
But
whatever.
Pippa didn't see Chris, right? She
I
went
guess
and
they
she
didn't
followed
interact.
Diana before.
I know, but you think Chris had, like, just gotten there? And they sort of
I don't
acted
know.
like
I'm
the
just saying we
pool.
didn't see Chris until Pippa was out of the picture.
That's true. That is true. But, like, it's a small indoor pool. And, like,
Also,
I don't know.
Diana
You clock
was
who's
like
there.
just walked by the pool. So I don't know if Diana saw anything.
I guess.
She was
I
like in
have
a
some
rush
issue
on the side of the pool.
for all my compliments about some of the writing, some of the circumstances around the parties don't exactly work for me. Like, what is this random daytime indoor pool party for a fraternity, like, on this, like, campus grounds? Like,
Campus?
that makes no
Yeah.
sense, like, at all. The thing that made the least amount of sense the whole episode, Wrigley and Bree, when they get in the pool, there is no way they have all of their clothes on. Like, what the hell? That was so weird.
You did point that out to me. I didn't think it was that weird. I thought it was more weird. Again, where is this pool? Why have we
I
never
know.
seen this pool?
It's just open all the time. They didn't have to take the decorations down. They could still look like the fucking pool party.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I don't really in general have a problem with the writing. Like those things are gonna happen in
Yeah.
scripted
I
television.
think
There's
it's
gonna be
I
things
think
that
it's
don't
well
make
done,
sense.
like, in general.
Very well done. And to your like even some of the stuff that like Wrigley is going through and saying, I'm just like I just think that a lot of it, like him yelling at Steven, by the way, I love that scene. Loved that scene. I'm
Me
like,
too.
finally someone standing up to Steven and saying it's fucking weird that he stayed in the bedroom. And then Steven being like, do people think that? And Evan being like, yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
This
And you can see
Steven
Steven
in
being
his own
like,
ways, he's kinda
is what?
cracking. He's, like, kind of,
Kind
like,
of.
falling apart a tiny bit.
I think a
I
big
mean,
bit because he's understanding like, oh, I have no one. I have no real friends because I have fucked up all of my relationships. You have.
the stuff with the pictures of Diana is just, like, so
Well, what's gonna
stupid.
happen with that?
I don't know. You think Yale's gonna rescind her acceptance because
No,
there's
she's rich.
there's not even also, they're not even really nudes. Like, she's not that's, like, still
No,
somewhat covered.
he's
So,
just gonna embarrass her.
yeah, like, what's he gonna try to get him to get like, extort her dad or something?
Which can I just say? Uh
Sure.
Now being 36 years old and having 3 kids, it's not worst case scenario to have your nudes leaked in your 20s. Okay? Let people remember you
It's
for
not
when you
good.
had your peak body. Just saying.
Great take. That's a great take. I wasn't ready for that one. That's really good. My lesson to you all is don't include your face and don't send nudes is the main thing. Just don't do it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna stop it. Don't include your face.
Well, the main note is don't include your face. Like, Diana would be fine. And her peak body can still be out there.
um. Also, I hate that Evan gave him that idea.
I know. I know. He didn't really mean to, but it just, like, happened.
By the way, Evan, wow, his character is really going through it.
Is he acting out? Like, what is this?
I think he feels like he made a mistake and he's been like the nice guy and like the first time he makes
Respectful.
yeah, everything like he's always made the right decision. The first time he makes a mistake, he gets held accountable more than anyone else who does fucked up shit in their friend group 24/7. And I feel like he's just like, yeah, being the nice guy didn't get me fucking anywhere.
Yeah. Also, it's like the end of college. It's like, get it in now. You're gonna, like, just be a dick and,
Well,
like, hook up with a lot of girls. Now's the
him
time.
being mean to Molly, I was like screaming at my TV, like, Evan, this is not you. Stop.
I know. I know. But it was convincing. I'm like, maybe it is him. He doesn't seem
Very.
to feel any remorse.
Nothing.
Just
And
sort
then
of
I'm like,
the
are you like, so who is Brie marrying now? Which version of Evan?
I know. And like, how much does he know? So let's get into the future timeline, just some theories. I guess Bree and Wrigley meet Bree's mom. That was a lot of time. That was fine. She seems I'm glad that she's like not a huge mess. I did think that like they're opening up the door for like, oh, Bree misremembered this with the timeline stuff, how she didn't realize that she was with her mom for such a short period of time. So who knows what else is coming. By the way, did
Yeah.
you see Professor Oliver in the commercials during football yesterday? He was in so many.
No.
I think he's on a Fox show.
Interesting. The Brie mom stuff for me is also, I'm just like, please don't be so fucked up. I think it's going to be really fucked up.
I guess. I'm like, yeah, I don't think you're going to the Jersey Shore this summer, but if you do, have fun.
No,
I
but also
guess.
like her mom was just like not even happy she was there.
I
Like
know.
Brie took it
Well,
as
I
such
think
a good positive thing, and I'm like, this is going to end really badly. I don't know what's about to
well,
happen, but something bad's going to happen to her.
it seems like her mom has a lot of guilt, like obviously, and just like, but she was 14. I mean, what was she
I
supposed to do?
know. I know.
So young. It's awful. Um, so do you think that Bree is pregnant? That's a big theory going around because at the wedding
Yeah.
she orders
She
water.
ordered water. I'll say this, I didn't get water at my wedding. I don't know if that's much, but I didn't have very much water.
And they went out of the way to show that, right? And so
Yeah.
then the question is it Wrigley's or is it Evans?
It's Wrigley's. And that baby's gonna come out white.
I'm going to say it'd be hard to lie about that one. So
Yeah, I don't know. But that is it. There's just like so many things that people are like picking up on. Cause like I didn't pick up on it until I saw the theory and I was like, they did purposely show us that she ordered water.
I didn't clock that. Like, I don't remember it happening in the show. So bad on me. I'm sorry.
No, but that's what I'm
I
saying. I
did.
remember it once they said it. I was like, oh yeah, she did order water. But like watching it, I didn't sense anything.
It's a weird order. No one orders water at a wedding unless they're like actively not drinking. So,
No.
and it would add to her being like, I'm a terrible person because then like maybe she's pregnant with someone else's
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
That's a tough one because we know they get married. Like they actually do it. We see them after the I do's. So very tough. Do you still think that Diana? Oh yeah, we saw she got the abortion, so she does not have a child.
It seems she does not have a child.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think so. That wouldn't ring true to the show at all. So I'm happy about that.
I'm still kind of confused why they went into hiding then.
I guess maybe one of them's not out yet. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
they are
Diana's living a lie of some kind.
now. They are now.
Yeah, I don't know. Something there's clearly like some other big falling out because of whatever's between
Something
Pippa
is
and
going to
Lucy.
come out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Lucy stuff is just so dark. Like, where else can they take her storyline? Like, what happens to her next?
Yeah. Well, the other thing is like, she's still fucking Steven at the wedding.
Right. That's the thing. She hasn't changed. Do you think the video, Steven ever releases the video? I think no. Because that's like a way to control her more than anything.
Well, I mean, at this point, I wouldn't care if it came out if I'm her. But maybe he just showed it to his fiance. What's her name?
Lydia.
Lydia. Yeah, maybe he just showed it to Lydia. I don't. Maybe
It's
that's
hard
a
to
big
know.
reason why the Pippa thing fell through.
That's a great point. Like maybe that's actually what their fight is over.
Yeah, I don't know. But when she said to Steven, like, you're still the same. So that brings me a lot of joy. It's like, yeah, Steven used to like be the one to get away with his manipulation, and he keeps seeming to lose.
I like watching him with Evan and Wrigley because they're not afraid of him, and like seeing them punch back is so satisfying. Like someone's
It really
got
is.
to
I
punch
did
that
have like a
face.
tinge of like, damn, he has no one when he couldn't like call anyone and tell him that they got into Yale. And then I was just like, ugh, he's so horrible.
He has no one. He has no one because of himself. There's like no one did this to him. He's a
Yeah.
psychopath. Maybe his
Yeah.
mom, I guess, but even that, he's so mean to his mom. I'm like, is she that bad? I don't have the evidence that she's that bad.
I don't know. His mom seems like the problem.
Well, she's a mess, but yes.
Also, we do
I
have
don't
some
know.
evidence. Them going to that restaurant was insane.
Oh yeah. Yes, that's true. Good point. Um just oh man, I'm nervous for next week. I'm just like, what else could Lucy do?
So this week kind of felt like a build-up episode, and you can feel it building. And it was just so uncomfortable. There were so many moments where I was uncomfortable. And the episode ended, and I was like, oh, what's happening next?
I know.
Like,
We're
what
gonna
could
find out.
possibly happen next?
I know, like, how does it get? I don't know how it could get worse.
Also, drug dealer Alex seems to like Lucy.
Yeah, I think
the guy
so.
who said he doesn't like anyone seems to like Lucy.
Well, he's damaged.
So yeah, well, I'm just like, I'm wondering where that goes, because he's clearly going to be like, hey, something's wrong with you.
Also, something's gonna come out from like his past with Brie. Like
For sure.
That's where the misremembering
if that
is going.
happens, we clock that early. I just want to give us credit there.
Yeah, of course. Duh. I do like him more though. He's just very handsome.
So hot.
He's very hot. It's like it's the
kind
of person.
Though. He has everything going for him.
It's like everything, and like the moodiness and the hair and like his clothes. Also, he's like usually smaller than I usually like, but it just works.
I don't mind the smallness because he seems tall.
Does he? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think he does. Only Wrigley seems tall.
Yeah, Wrigley definitely seems taller than everybody. Yeah. He is.
Yes, yeah. You see pictures and stuff.
Oh, God. Well, can we look up how tall Wrigley is? If he's not 6'4", that's disappointing. If he's 6'1" or 6'2", that changes everything.
1 second. His height is 6 feet 3.5 inches, almost 6'4".
All right. But these people are smaller than I thought.
I think they're all pretty small. I think Grace is tall. I think Lucy is tall.
And her and Jackson seem like they're the same height.
Yeah, basically. So I bet he's like pretty short, which makes sense. It all tracks. I'm nervous for next week, but also so excited. My favorite thing about doing this pod together is that I can go and watch the next one right away.
Hey, also,
yeah,
Evan was such a dick to his wife.
I know, he really was. He really was.
Yeah, that's rough.
I don't understand Grace Van Patten and Jackson White. Like, how do you get over the Lucy and Steven dynamic? Like, I just don't get it. And they're like really in love and been together a long time.
Yeah.
I think the woman who plays Molly is so pretty. Evan's wife.
No, obviously. I'm just like, this is like an attractive group of people.
Yeah, it's a very good looking group. Very, very good.
Also, people who just start telling me lies, especially like older adults, this feedback I get a lot is like, you're telling me that this guy has all these girls doing stuff and da-da-da-da. But I'm just like, yeah, like that's what happens in college.
Seriously. I think beyond college too. It's just sort of like this guy. It's him that you're all so obsessed with. And you're just like, yeah, I know. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I feel like it's more realistic that he's not like perfect looking.
Super hot. Totally agree with you. Like if that would be like less convincing. Also, he'd have less of his chip on his shoulder. Like I feel like Steven feels like he has a lot to prove because he is really smart, but he's like flawed and not like so outrageously handsome. Even
or
Wrigley
wealthy.
is like, Wrigley is like hot, like more, I think, objectively handsome than Steven.
Which also you texted me this, but I don't know if I like really thought about it as much, but even the writing, the way they write Diana and Evan because they have money, like once you pointed it out to me, I was like, yeah, it's pretty noticeable.
Yeah, what I said was
that
they
feel like they can be more upfront with Steven, more free because they have nothing to lose. Even Diana being like, fine, I won't go to Yale. I'll go to Stanford or Harvard or Northwestern. Like she's basically like, I can go wherever the fuck I want to go. I have the money to do whatever I want to do.
She's like, I'm a pretty perfect candidate. Yeah, I think it's really noticeable. They're the ones who like push back because they don't have any consequences. And they're just like, fuck this guy. Who cares? I mean, Evan has the ultimate trump card. He's paying for his sister's tuition. So, and it's like,
Yeah, the
no
only
big
thing with
deal.
that is that runs out, right? Like his sister's now graduated. Now what, Evan?
Sure, but like it's forever a debt. Like that's a crazy thing to do. Like, and he's just like, yeah, it's no big deal. And yeah, it's like an interesting part of the show. I think it's also why I like Diana so much. She like pushes back. She's not like weak at all. I love her. She's like, her and Wrigley are my favorite characters, I would say.
I do love Diana. Yeah, I love Pippa, but she's bothering me right now.
I don't love Pippa. I'm sorry.
And I love Wrigley. This season especially. I've always liked him, but this season especially.
Yeah, he just continues to be pacey. It's so great. I love him.
And I'm really going to not be happy if Steven does something to him. Like, you've done enough.
What else could he do?
Exactly.
On top of everything, it's like, it is psychotic that he didn't move out of that room. Like, yeah, man, move.
But I also thought it was interesting that they made it seem like Steven didn't realize it was psychotic. Like, what are you trying to tell us?
Yeah. He's totally a sociopath. Like, he just does not get it. It's great. All right. That's what we got on Tell Me Lies and Traitors. We'll be back Thursday evening for the next episode of Traitors. Thank you to our producer, Olivia Crerie. Thank you to Barbara for the 5-minute video. And we hope your name is Barbara. We'll be back. Have a great week.